After a fierce battle, Russian troops have entered the Ukraine's second city, Kharkiv. Newly appointed CEC and 4 EC have taken oath. Chief Justice administered the oath-taking ceremony. Prime Minister has emphasized representing the country's real history of victory and achievement before the generation. And the government has extended the duration of the ongoing Amore Kushe Book Fair to 17 March. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to MyTV News. I'm Farhan Ismail with you in the newsroom today watching headlines. Now the details. The intensity of the attack is increasing as Russian President Vladimir Putin announces the start of a special military operation. Ukrainian fighters are working hard in the capital Kyiv to block the advance of Russian forces. Meanwhile, a fierce battle is raging in Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city. On the other hand, the West is going through a series of sanctions and assurances of arms support as a punitive measure against the Russian aggression. Zubair Rahman has more.
Russia has been carrying out a series of airstrikes, missile strikes and artillery shelling in the skies of Ukraine. Russian troops have demanded the capture of the southeastern Ukrainian city of Melitopol. Fighting intensifies between Russian and Ukrainian forces on the streets of the Ukrainian capital Kiev. Ukrainian forces are also battling Russian forces in Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city. The mayor of Kiev says Russian submersive forces have infiltrated the capital. Russia's missile strike on a depot in the Kiev region of Vasilkiv has also raised fears of toxic fumes. As a result, Ukrainians have begun fleeing to neighboring Poland and Moldova. Residents of the capital have taken refugees under the ground for fear of missile attacks. A curfew has been imposed in Kiev until Monday morning. Ukrainian troops are also trying to resist. Ordinary citizens have also taken initiatives to serve the country. President Zelensky himself has given the message to continue fighting. Besides, the exact number of casualties is yet to be known as the fighting continues in most part of the country. Meanwhile, the West has announced that it will send arms to Ukraine to fight Russian forces, even if Ukraine is not directly involved in the war. Besides, the United States and its allies have agreed to exclude several Russian banks from SWIFT, the world's leading financial transaction service, in order to cripple Russia's economy. At the same time, the European Union has said it will crack down on so-called golden passport to prevent people close to Putin's government from taking overseas citizenship. Zubair Rahman, MyTV News Desk.
Newly appointed Chief Election Commissioner CEC and 4 other Election Commissioner EC have taken oath. Chief Justice Hassan Fawaz Siddiq administered the oath-taking ceremony at the Supreme Court Judges' Lounge this afternoon. Earlier on Saturday, the Cabinet Division published a Gazette notification appointing Qazi Habibul Awal, former Secretary to the Ministry of Defense, as the new Chief Election Commissioner CEC. According to the Gazette notification, other Election Commissioner EC were known as District and Session Judge retired Begum Rashida Sultana, Brigadier General retired Hassan Habib Khan, former Senior Secretary Muhammad Alamgir and Anisur Rahman. The President appointed them for a 5-year tenure. The Awami League leaders have expressed their optimism that the newly formed Election Commission will be able to fulfill the expectation of the people. They also assured of extending all-out support to the new EC in holding free, fair and participatory elections. Besides, the party Joint General Secretary Mahbubullah Alam Hanif has urged political parties not to dispute the Election Commission for taking advantage. Meanwhile, Baharuddin Nasim, the other Joint General Secretary of the party, said the newly appointed Chief Election Commissioner and Election Commissioner were all qualified ones. BNP Secretary General Major Fakhrul Islam Alamgir has said that the party has no problem with the Election Commission. He also said that a fair election is not possible without a non-party government. So the BNP will not go to the polls in the future under the present government. The BNP leader said this at a discussion meeting against communism at the Dhaka Reporters Unity today. Major Fakhrul said the BNP only demand is the fall of the government and election under the caretaker government. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina today emphasized representing the country's real history of the victory and achievement before the generation to inspire them to work for the nation, being imbued with patriotism. The Premier made these remarks while addressing the opening ceremony of a scroll painting on Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and its exhibition at the National Museum as the chief guest, joining virtually from official residence Ganu Bhavan in the capital. Prime Minister said an evil attempt was hatched to erase the name of the Bangabandhu, his struggle and sacrifice from the history of the nation after his brutal assassination in 1975. The government has extended the duration of the ongoing Amar Ekushe book fair due to improvement in COVID-19 situation. The State Minister for Culture has said that the book fair will continue till March 17. As a result, general people will be able to enjoy the book fair for a total of 30 days. The Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina inaugurated the Amar Ekushe book fair on February 15 with a delay of 14 days due to increase in corona infection. In her inaugural address, the Premier spoke of the extending the time considering the situation. In that context, the time of Ekushe book fair has been extended. Bangladesh registered 9 more deaths from coronavirus in the past 24 hours, climbing the national toll to 29,233 across the country so far. Besides, some 864 new cases were reported over the same period. With this, the total number of the infected cases stood to 19,42,680 in the country. As a press release of the Director General of the Health Services revealed the development today. Alongside as many of 6,264 COVID-19 patients made recoveries in the past 24 hours, bringing the total recoveries to 18,06,689, the release said. Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal today has said due to the COVID situation, the families were not allowed to visit inmate and jail, and they are now being given the opportunity to talk on their mobile phones for 10 minutes on a week. Besides talking on mobile phone, the government has taken the initiative to arrange video calls. He said while speaking as the chief guest as the concluding ceremony of the 12th batch deported district and 59th batch prisoner and women prisoner basic training course at Kashimpur complex in Gazipur this morning. Viewers, now sports. Bangladesh will take to the field tomorrow in the third ODI of the series with the aim of whitewashing Afghanistan. The match will kick off 11 a.m. at the Zahur Ahmad Chaudhry Stadium in Chittagong. The Tigers have already confirmed the series with the 2 wins in a row with the 1 match in hand. However, the match is important for the host. Bangladesh will keep an eye on strengthening their position in the ICC ODI Super League. Bangladesh has already risen to the top of the table over England. On the other hand, the match is comforting for the Afghans. The team wants to turn it around after winning the last ODI. We are about to the end of the headlines once again. After a fierce battle, Russian troops have entered the Ukraine's second city, Kharkiv. Newly appointed CAC and 4AC have taken oath. Chief Justice administered the oath-taking ceremony. Prime Minister has emphasized representing the country's real history of victory and achievement before the generation. And the government has extended the duration of the ongoing Amar Ekushe book fair to 17 March. Thanks for being with us. To join with MyTV News online, visit YouTube/MyTV News. To watch all our programs, visit YouTube/MyTV Bangla, Facebook/MyTV Bangla. Our next bulletin will be telecast 7:30 p.m. Stay connected and Allah Hafiz.